go out into the public, put my feet into the world, and go on to the great stages of Europe and greet the people. But instead, like all of us, I wound up isolated in New York City for quite some time. And this book gave me, it was because of the nature of it and because I did model it a bit after my Instagram, it gave me a sense or even the illusion of being in contact with the people. Because each day I chose an image and a little message to sort of send out to the reader. When I'm writing other books, I'm writing poetry or something, I'm not so concerned really with the reader. I'm in my own world. But this book was really for the reader, and especially for, you know, the person holding the book in their hand. And it was my way of, you know, sort of maybe even mystically keeping in contact with the outside world. So I hope you like it. One little thing about this book that I'm really proud of is I really like all aspects of the book. So I choose everything with, you know, with it. I go over it with the designer, the font, the casing, the paper, everything is important to me. So the casing of the book, normally it might be black, just plain black, but I chose it to be brown because it was the brown was so nice and a little unusual. And they did this surprise for me. The stitching on the top of the spine, if you look, most people don't think about this, but the way it's stitched is brown and sort of goldish colored, brown and mustard colored. And that's very special. So if you don't like the inside of the book, just wallow in the stitching. But I think all of these things, you know, they're just, didn't like the stitching. My cousin John wants to know if you remember kissing him on the cheek when you played Vassar in 1978. Because he remembers it always. Well, to be honest, but though I don't remember, the fact that he remembers to me is even more special. Because, you know, being a girl, from a girl's point of view, I would rather that he remembered than I remembered. I hope that makes sense. But, so that's very nice. How do you remember so much? Any memory tricks? Oh boy, if you only knew the gaps in my memory. Actually, I remember certain periods of my life as if they were just human movies. I can see them over and over. I don't remember everything. I don't even choose to remember everything. But in writing, for instance, Just Kids, I did have a very good memory for that period of my life. But what really helped me, and will help anyone who is thinking about writing later in life or wants to keep track of things, I just had little diaries. Like my mother would give me diaries for my birthday, and because it was at the end of the year, but little tiny ones where you get only a half a page to write a little thought. So I have them from like 1970, 1969, when Robert Mapplethorpe and I were together these years. And they're just these little notations. Literally, this is what they would say. Like, cut Robert's hair like a rockabilly star. Cut my hair like Keith Richards. Met Janis Joplin. Saw Jimi Hendrix on the steps of Electric Lady. Now these little things, that's all I would say. I didn't say anything else. but these little notations made me remember whole scenarios. So just keep little notations and they'll be helpful 40 years later. So, what time is it? Well, I guess that I forgot, my memory's so good, I forgot the time. So I'd like to do one more song for you, but actually, Tony and I would like to do one more song for you. Sorry, it's so, I'm